So welcome to the number one biggest budgeting mistake. About me a little bit, I always often do the budgets and borings. So I often joke about that and the fact that I'm probably anything but boring as you get to know me. Uh, that being said, I do work on the financial side and have been for quite some time. So I've worked with many individuals, uh, from general financing and tax planning to business coaching and bookkeeping. And again, try to do anything but boring. But I do see the same thing over and over for all the years that I've been doing this. And that's where I started to want to create some content and share this wider than what I can always do on a one-on-one. And taking positive control of your finances is something that's really key for me. I believe that it's actually, and it's my nature, but I believe that if we think more positively about things, that things will become more positive. We get what we ask for is oftentimes what we've heard. So we're ready for what the number one mistake is? Well, not yet. First, I'm going to tell you what it's not. So it's not having enough money. Everyone always says to me, so, if in any kind of financial world, no one ever wants to talk to me. I'm fun to talk to, I promise. And it's always not now. I don't have enough money right now. It's not the right time. I don't have enough time. There could be some technical areas around how to get started, or we don't even know what we want to do with our money if we had some. But for the most part, it's usually, I don't have any money right now and I don't have any time, right? So I think we can fix that. I actually quite openly think that when we think differently about time and money, we'll create those things for ourselves. So secret to financial success. What does money need to grow? And this is the part that I thought was the greatest, on the fact that we never have any money or time. Is the only secret to money is time. So the only real secret to the growth of money is time. And I've got my money tree there. I do lots of work in real estate as well. And I'm constantly telling my tenants about the money tree in the backyard that does not exist, and how we need to manage our finances to create and grow that. I also think that that's key around when you think about how you achieve a financial goal and what that accomplishment feels like for you. Just a little story background about me, and even maybe my start in finances at all, or my interest, and why I might not be so budgets and boring was I was very lucky in my life at around I think it was around the age 11 or 12. My mom remarried a gentleman named Barry, my stepdad, and he really believed in budgeting and us learning at a younger age. And so he created an allowance for us. And so it was a $3 allowance. So woohoo, don't go nuts. We got sky's the limit. So we had $3. And with that, we had to break it up. So with that, we had to do a third was for immediate. So, you wanted to buy candies and chocolates or whatever, you could spend the third on that. And then the other part was something you wanted longer term. So let's say it was going to take you maybe 5 weeks to save up to buy something that costs a bit more. And the other one was what often you'll hear me talk a lot about, the vault. It was something that was going to take much longer, something that you were really planning towards. And we were lucky with that too, where, if we managed to, if you wanted a new bike or something, I mean, at that rate, it would probably take us outside of our childhood to be able to do it. But if we came up with a good chunk towards that, then we get some help out as well. So I had a really great opportunity in that, young in life, in actually really having that accomplishment feeling with finance. So it wasn't about not enough money, which I think is where we land all the time. $3 wasn't enough money, and never will be enough money, but I gave it a job. And you'll hear me talk a lot about giving money a job. So, all right, so we're still waiting for the number one biggest budgeting. I wonder if you've already figured it out. I've told you what it's not. I've told you what things can look like, and it's simply not doing it. And I wondered if you thought that that's where I was going to go with this. And so certainly the biggest budget mistake that I have seen in my expertise, in my career, and working with people for a long time. I started my first tax business at 19 years old, but I've been running that same tax business under different names for 25 years now. And certainly it is the failing to plan to fail. And that doesn't mean we need to be watching every little piece of everything, but why wouldn't you And so I hear every different excuse in the world, but what percentage of people that aren't tracking their spending, basically allowing that money to just be taken right out of their accounts by someone else? I do a lot of work around understanding where and how we want our money to go. It's not about not enjoying what we want to do. It's about controlling it for us, for what we want. So let's take our control back. So why don't we? Why don't we want to control our spending? I don't think that we don't want to, right? So why aren't we doing it? It's not that we don't want to plan for what we enjoy. I can plan vacations all day long. That's something that you'll learn about me as well, that I really enjoy traveling and wanting to see and do new things. So what is it that we need to do to take that control back? Why does it feel negative? Why does it feel bad? Why does it feel like work? And so what I want to do is take that opportunity to change that. To take the control back, I believe, is by changing the way you feel about your finances. Giving that money a job towards something that you actually enjoy and want, as opposed to it always being about cutbacks. In many budgeting program or platform, I've always seen is still from cutting things back, reducing things that we enjoy, focusing on scrimping and saving, as opposed to what about focusing on what we really, really love and attaching a number and some budget to that. Then it doesn't seem so hard anymore. So that's what I'm hoping that you could imagine right now that it could be different. You know, and what will it feel like with that renewed energy, with that savings ability? You know, how many of you right now might be following a strict budget or not? And, you know, is it coming from a negative or a positive place? Do you feel like you just don't have the time to track things, that you just don't have the time to look at anything? Let's change it. How will it feel when money doesn't have to ever be a negative conversation anymore? I've grown up in a family where we were very lucky to have open conversations about money, but I know that's not the case. And we need to change that. We need to change that to do better for ourselves and our families and those around us. So I'm excited that everybody came in to join in to learn the biggest mistake. And my piece with that will be is let's stop doing it. And so with that, I will be offering a 7-week, it's the big bad B word. So budget, and let's make it not bad anymore. Let's change it. I don't know how many times that you've looked at finances or talked to someone about finances in the past, thought about talking to somebody about finances before. This is going to be different. And so I'm running this webinar. This series is going to start. It's actually the first one of its kind, and it will start April the 9th. I'm going to run it for 7 weeks. We're going to take the uncertainty out of your finances, and we're going to work through this with practice sessions. We're going to work through it with all of the information that you need, spreadsheets. We won't get too boring, but you'll definitely have some worksheets. We'll do Zoom calls. Generally like this. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. Probably be a little bit longer, 30 to 45 minutes, with opportunity to practice and review things afterwards. You know, the biggest piece that I want to focus on is switching it up. Let's do our finances from our dreams. Let's do our finances from a place of success and achievement. And then we feel differently about them. Like, I don't know about you, but if I'm doing something I love, I always have enough time for that. Maybe not quite. Maybe I'd like to spend a little bit more time on the things that I love, but it's not hard. It's not hard to do something that I enjoy. So let's put the joy back into finance. Let's take the control back. Let's give your money a job. And it doesn't matter what that might be for you. We're all going to be different. And that's what I want to spend a lot of time in the 7-week series will be around what is it for you, because it's not a one size fits all. This isn't something where what I'm going to do is right for you. Everyone's going to have their own thing and connect to what fits the best. So I want you to, you know, looking at focusing on changing those things that we've been neglecting, changing those negative beliefs or fear that we have around money or not having enough money, or I don't know, if we think we don't look at the money, it will grow. Sorry, that's not, we gotta give it the control, right? Take it back towards for what really matters. So I'm really glad for everybody who made it on for the live session. And I know all of you watching the recording, I hope that you'll be really excited to join in on the webinar that will be coming up for the Big Bad B word. And I do have some fantastic early bird offers. So This will launch out tomorrow. You'll get the price and the details. Everything's going to go to everyone that was on this list. It will be a full launch tomorrow. It's 2-for-1 price. So come, bring a family member. I'm not going to count. You're sitting on webinar. We do it anyways, so just do it. Join in together. I want you to share this. You'll also actually receive my previous recorded 4-week webinar, Finding Your Purpose Path, where we dug really deeply into connecting your true goals. So if you're still at a place where you're like, well, I don't really know what I even want, then this early bird offer is going to be great. I'm only going to offer this we're looking at a week. This launch is going to launch out tomorrow, and we're fast because the course is already going to start on the 9th, right? So let's get ready. Please do your early bird before the end of the week. Ideally, I'll send out all the details, and I think that that's a great offer for everyone. Of course, I want to hear from you. So this is a brand new launch. I hope that some of the information I was able to share in a brief, 15 minutes today is valuable. And I want to send a survey out after with this. I know, like I said, a lot are watching the recording. Please do share with me some feedback on, if you got enough of a little bit of a tidbit today that was helpful, or even just started to tweak your interests or make you think differently. And I'm never too busy for your questions or comments. So please do contact me. Email is best, and send me your comments. And I'm really glad that everyone joined today to find out that your biggest budgeting mistake is simply not doing it. So let's change it. Let's change it together. I look forward to hearing from everybody again really soon. Have a great day.